All right, so here's the stack that I got at the Dallas show this past weekend, the end of January. As you can see, not not a whole lot of stuff that I picked up, but definitely got some a couple of key things that I was really looking for. So I'm always I'm always on the lookout for Texas Longhorns cards, vintage football, and then especially right now Michael Jordan cards. And typically when I go to a show, I bring anywhere from 10 to 20 cards that are pretty hot in demand, and also that I'm willing to sell or trade. So cards that I'm just willing to part with. And then I typically bring almost enough cash that equals the value of those cards. If I can't sell or trade them, or if I want to sell them, later. So basically, that idea is just to give yourself a little bit of flexibility. So just going through my pickups here, I'll go from kind of cheapest to more expensive. But one cool thing I like about shows is that you can really pick up just some cheap stuff that is really low risk. I got these two Jacob Eason Prism rookie cards, just the base rookie cards, for $6 a piece. Now, Philip Rivers is retiring. Eason was a fourth round draft pick this year, and will he start next year? Will he do well? I really don't know, but $6 a piece, and kind of looking back, I maybe should have bought 10 of them. But a year from now, I can probably sell them for, $6 or $3 each. So it's really not that much of a loss. Now, right now, the kind of top of the most expensive rookie card from Prism is the Justin Herbert. It's about $150. So, $6 a piece, super, super small investment for, heck, what if these are selling for $40, in August? Great. So look for stuff like that. Look for things that have a potential to increase in value pretty significantly, that are really low risk to almost no risk. And in football in particular, which is where I focus most of, that's quarterbacks. So look for those type of cards when you're at shows. And typically, if you are buying multiple cards, that most of the vendors and dealers will give you a little bit of a discount, because also remember, at shows they don't have to pay eBay fees, which saves them some money too. So there's a little wiggle room in negotiation. Found this in a box for, I think it was like $8. So Devin Duvernay, former Longhorns player, the Ravens kick returner and slot receiver. So on-card autograph from Origins, and nothing, no big deal, but it's a cool card for me. And I actually got that card and this next one together, and I believe I paid $15 for both of them. So this is Walter Payton's second year card, 1977 tops, and I don't know if you can see. Let me see if we can. The edges, that right edge has a couple of little nicks in it. That corner has a nick, little soft one there. But hey, $15 for that Duvernay and the second year Walter Payton. I'm really big right now on second year cards of Hall of Famers, and the second year card of key vintage cards, especially looking at what the Michael Jordan is doing right now, and even like Johnny Unitas's or Jim Brown's second year card. So I'm really focused on that now. PSA 7 or 8 of this card is somewhere in the range of $150 or more. So that's one thing I look for too, especially don't walk past boxes. It's pretty quick just to thumb through some boxes when you're at a show. And a lot of dealers will have just a blanket price on all the cards in a particular box. Some dealers and vendors will have each card labeled differently. Others are not as well organized, and you have to ask. But typically when you're at a show, it's pretty easy just to sit down real quick and thumb through some cards. Set aside the ones that you're interested in. These next two cards, I'll look at them at the same time. I actually got these from a a collector who was at the show. I've traded with him before through Instagram, and he has the best Texas Longhorns collegiate license, the CLC license card collection I've ever seen. It's amazing. If you're a Longhorns collector, he's Longhorn Sports Cards on Instagram. And got these from him. I think I paid $50 for the Vince and $30 for the Colt. But 2017 flawless collegiate on-card autographs with the blue part's kind of hard, but it's basically just the University of Texas Longhorns kind of embossed, and both cards are numbered 20. So I'm always on the lookout for on-card autographs of, key Longhorns players: Vince Young, Colt McCoy, Ricky Williams, Earl Campbell, even like Major Applewhite, guys like that. So that's another thing about going to a show, is that you can meet a lot of great collectors, and maybe they kind of collect something similar that you do, so you can trade with them kind of on the spot. Bring some of the cards that they're interested in, ask them to bring some that you're interested in, or just meet people, right? Just connect with collectors and vendors and dealers. They may be able to help you find what you're looking for, even if you can't find it at the show. This Dallas show was more than 450 tables. It was Friday through Sunday. A lot of vendors from all over the place. It was in Allen, Texas, but there were people from Florida. There were people from up north around the New York area. There were California, that they were coming from all over. So because there's not a lot of other shows around, right? Some states you just can't have them. But that's another good benefit of going to a show is just connecting with people and figuring out how you can help them, how they can help you, and really kind of building those type of relationships that can last a long time. All right, the two others I bought. I'm not a big Lamar Jackson fan. He's fun to watch, but this was a super, super hot card around August. I did go to this same show in August, and just the ungraded Lamar Jackson Donruss Optic rated rookie card was selling for about $175. Some people were selling them for about $200. PSA Gem Mint 10. They were about $500 if I remember right. I got this one for $160. So, normally I wouldn't have bought this card, but for $160, I jumped on it really quickly. On eBay, they're still going for $220 to $230. And in the PSA Pop Report, there are 1,258 Gem Mint 10s graded in total. So it's a cool card to have, and I think there are a little over 2,000 total graded right now by PSA. I didn't look at the BGS Pop Reports, but hey, it's significantly less than half of what it was before the beginning of the season. So I picked it up, and I don't know, I might flip it real quick for over 200. To see, or I may hold on to it and see what happens, next season. But again, look for deals. Look for, whatever is the asking price. Most dealers and vendors are willing to negotiate a little bit, because remember, especially if you're paying cash, it's just easy and quick, and they're not having to pay eBay fees, so they're willing to kind of negotiate a little bit, especially if you buy multiple cards from them, or a little bit, spend a little bit more money. But I thought that was a great pickup, from a card that was really hot. And hey, he's a 2019 NFL MVP. So, and this last card here, this is one of the ones that I was really looking for, and there were several. There weren't a whole lot of vintage cards, but I picked up a 1976 Topps Walter Payton rookie card graded PSA 6. So I would probably say that I saw probably 8 total Walter Payton graded cards there, and I think PSA 8 was the highest grade. I saw some 4s, and I think I even saw a few 5s. But I got this PSA 6 for $450, and recently, over the past, I would say 2 weeks, the sales I looked at online were no less than $500, and I think some were like $625. So I thought that was a great deal for obviously a card that's gotten really hot over the past year. There are, quite a bit of them in the PSA Pop Report. And for this particular grade, PSA 6, there are 1,358 in the PSA Pop Report. So, there are a lot of graded Walter Paytons out there, but it's a super hot card. A lot of football card collectors would love this. It is the key rookie card through the 70s for football, and definitely the most valuable through the entire decade of the 70s. But really love it. Slight little ding there in the corner, but overall, great looking 6. I thought the centering is pretty good. The centering is definitely better than some others that I've seen at this grade, even on the back. So I was pretty proud of that one. 450. I used to own a PSA 8 with an off-center qualifier, and I think I sold it like 4 years ago. And I'm almost certain that I sold it for less than what this PSA 6 is now, which shows you kind of how hot these cards have gotten and how hot the key vintage market has gotten as well. So, today a PSA 6 is well over, I think, 1,500, or maybe even more than that, or PSA 8, excuse me. But those are my pickups at the show. It was a great show, a big crowd, a lot of people set up with mostly modern cards. I would say high grade modern, especially Prism, Optic. So there were a lot of cases and a lot of tables set up with that. Percentage wise, I would say it was at least 80% modern. So vintage was, kind of harder to find. The other key card I was looking for was a 57 Unitas. I did see a PSA 5. The asking price was $775, which I thought was a little high. I really didn't want to pay over $700, and the centering was not that great, so I opted for the Walter Payton. But it was a great show. A lot of autograph guests were there. I got Ricky Williams on a mini helmet that I've been adding to for a while. Let's see, also Billy Sims was there, the Oklahoma Heisman winner. Chad Johnson was there, Ocho Cinco. I didn't see him. I did see Billy Sims. Lou Ferrigno was there, Hulk, and a few others. Can't remember kind of off the top of my head, but it's a great show. It's kind of being nicknamed the Mini National right now. So if you can get out to Dallas, do it. The promoters are trying to do every other month. So the next one is actually planned for mid-March. It's DallasCardShow.com for the information and potential autograph lineup and things like that. So there's really only going to be about 6 weeks in between the January show and the show in March. So should be a great one. If you have any questions about that show or any other tips about going to shows, just drop them below. Be glad to answer anything and help you out any way I can. Hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to give it a like, share it out, and hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it. Hey there, hope you enjoyed that video. Definitely don't forget to give it a like, leave your comments below, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to pick up your free sports card resource guide. Just click the notification link in the video here, or click the link below in the description. It's the perfect guide to help you get started or maybe restarted in the sports card hobby today.